welcome back to my channel. It's Irene and I hope you're all having an amazing day. So in today's video, I'll be talking to you about a fashion style that is very close to my heart, Mediterranean organic. Last year, I became very interested in interior design and I realized that the two main interior design styles that attracted me the most were Mediterranean and modern organic. After a while, I started to realize that this didn't only apply to interior design, but also to my personal style and fashion sense. So I came up with the term Mediterranean organic that applies to fashion. So in this video, I wanted to talk a little bit dissecting its components and what I mean by that, so that hopefully you will also find inspiration in this style. So the first defining component that I came up with is kind of a weird one to say, which is sun-kissed colors. I know, what does that mean, right? But when I was a kid, I grew up in the Mediterranean, and when we were hanging our laundry outside, which is, by the way, a very sustainable and natural way to do it, we would always notice that year after year after year, colors would become sun-kissed and lived in a way. Not in a bad way, but you could tell that a person loved that garment, washed it, it's been dried by the sun over and over, and they had a good time. It just gives you this nostalgic feeling and a kind of warmth to the garment. These kinds of hues are not very easy to find, but in the end of the video, I'll give you some examples of brands where you can find such garments and colors. Of course, another way to get that is to actually love and wear and hang your laundry in the sun year after year to get that look naturally, but this is just a very key element, in my opinion, for this style. Continuing to talk about the fabric details, the two main fabrics that define this style are cotton and linen. Why? Because when I think of my childhood and my summer spent in the Mediterranean, I always remember the feeling of soft, flowy, breezy cottons and linens brushing against my skin under the scorching sun and the salt and the scent. That is just such a great sensory experience, and obviously in a hot place you really need these breezy fabrics that are long-lasting, antibacterial and just chic. And obviously fabrics like linen are low effort and look good even when crinkled, which is a very key component of the Mediterranean mentality, which is more time to live, less time doing chores. Things that work naturally and look good naturally are of course welcome. Another key component is texture. Texture is very important. It gives this natural lived-in look, and it can come in very varying forms. Examples of this can include straw hats and bags, different motifs and embroideries, lightweight knitted fabrics and crochets, different fabrics with kind of a rough texture like linens and crinkles. Next, let's talk about color. The colors need to evoke the Mediterranean nature, such as tomato reds, olive greens, deep azure blues of the sea, but also sun-bleached colors like golden, soft buttery yellows and citrus colors and oranges, and light baby blues and light baby pinks, and also neutrals such as beige, cream, white and brown. Next, let's talk about jewelry. The jewelry can be quite simple and minimalist. I always remember the women in my life that I watched growing up re-wearing and re-wearing the same jewelry, but the choices vary a lot. So there are these simple options that you can come back to every day, such as my earrings that I always wear almost every single day, these little twisted hoops in gold. I think gold is a great choice because it reminds me of the sun, but also larger, more statement earrings or accessories in general can be good. For example, I have these really beautiful organic shaped gold hoops that remind me of pebbles that have been smoothed out by the waves, and this organic shape is so beautiful. They have also matching bangles from Dauphine that I really love, and I think it goes really well with this style. But you can also go for natural materials and stones and beads that are in these colors we mentioned before that are very beautiful. Hand-me-downs and heirloom jewelries are also really good options. Also, beaded or handmade things like crochet, earrings, or things that are a bit more artisanal are very common in the Mediterranean too. Now let's talk about the silhouette of the garments. I think the best, most fitting ones for this lifestyle, which is a very indoor-outdoor transition kind of lifestyle, is loose, relaxing, breathable fabrics that won't heat up too much, will be stylish but not restrictive and uncomfortable in a hot day where you just want to relax and lounge around but still look chic. So let's talk about shoes. But before we really start talking about shoes, I just want to make you understand how they work in the Mediterranean heat, okay? So especially talking about summer shoes. So in the heat of the summer, especially if you're going to walk all day long or stand for a long time, shoes that have lots of friction with your ankles and the sides of your feet will hurt and blister, no matter how good quality they are, because your feet are going to swell more and more throughout the day due to the heat. And so a lot of Mediterraneans would prefer to wear backless shoes, like slipper sandals that are comfortable, or espadrilles kinds of things, or sneakers. So I prefer to personally wear things that are easy to take off and put back on and breathable so that I don't overheat my feet, because I always like the opportunity to just take off my shoes if I come across a beach or a nice grassy patch, to be able to walk barefoot and enjoy my time and just refresh a little bit. Now let's talk a little bit about hair and makeup. So I think that the hair is realistically going to be beach waves and natural curls. Simply leave it natural, because you're going to be swimming and taking a shower and napping and swimming again and taking a shower again. So there's no point heat styling or putting a lot of product in your hair. Just leave it be, and this carefree look is what looks best in the style anyways. And when it comes to makeup, I think minimal makeup again is the best and quite a natural look as well, because first of all, realistically, again, you're gonna be swimming, you're gonna be sweating, putting SPF on your face and reapplying that and showering, which means you can't really afford to do your makeup 55 times a day, and it doesn't really match the style anyways. Just, I would personally go for a little dab of tinted lip balm or lip gloss or a little bit of lipstick and maybe a bit of cheek blush. Now let's talk about accessories a little bit. I think the main accessories, obviously, sunglasses and maybe bandanas and hair accessories that help get your hair up. Lots of straw hats and bags, crochet bags, natural looking, loose flowy accessories like that. Simple jewelry, like we mentioned, a little bit of jewelry, and nothing too crazy. So let's talk about my favorite brands that create this style. My three top choices are Opia, which is what I'm wearing right now, Cezanne, but not all of their pieces, some of them are very, very Parisian, and Faithful, the brand, which encapsulates everything I said perfectly, even though they're Australian. I'll be linking some of their pieces down below in the description box if you're interested. Mediterranean Organic isn't just a fashion style, but it's an ode to the Mediterranean lifestyle that celebrates slow living, sustainability, carefree spirit, and natural beauty. I hope that you got some inspiration out of this video, and if you did, remember to give it a like, comment down below your thoughts, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. See you in the next video. Bye!